tired of feeling like your schedule is running you rather than the other way around? As a mother of three, I know this feeling too well. And as a professional organizer, I have 10 simple strategies for you that will help you own your day and create a routine that fits your life and your little ones perfectly. Hi, I'm Susan, a professional organizer at Organize 31 and mother of three. I help busy people make the space and time in their lives for what's most important to them, and I focus on simple, budget-friendly ideas that really work. I've been a stay-at-home mom and a busy working mom. I know both how wonderful it is to be a mom and how challenging it can be managing schedules with young children. Creating a schedule is not a one-size-fits-all process. It's about incorporating your values and priorities along with your unique preferences to create a schedule that will help you accomplish what you need and want to. Today, I'm going to share 10 unique and simple tips to help you find the balance between all the things you need to do and all the things you want to do. So let's make your days run smoother and your life feel a little less hectic. Moms often overcomplicate scheduling by trying to fit too much into their day or by aiming for a perfect routine that looks good on paper but doesn't work in real life. In real life for moms, simpler is usually better. When we embrace a flexible approach, prioritizing key tasks and activities, and allow room for spontaneity or changes, we create a schedule that is manageable and effective for us moms juggling the demands of family life, especially with young children. When it comes to scheduling, the first thing to focus on is prioritizing your must-do tasks. These are the non-negotiable items that must happen every single day. Items like work, meals, naps, and essential errands. Think of them as the anchors of your day. They create a basic structure that you'll build the rest of your schedule around. You're going to start by listing out these tasks that are critical for both you and your child. You need to identify these core tasks first so that you can build the rest of your schedule around them. Once you've created your list, consider what time is it that these tasks need to happen. Are there certain times that your child is most ready for their nap or their snack? Is there a set time for meals that accommodates all your family members' schedule? By scheduling these non-negotiables at consistent times each day, you create a predictable rhythm that not only helps you stay on track, but provides a sense of security and routine for your child. And here's a pro tip. Don't overload your list with too many must-dos. If you make everything a must-do, then nothing is. Keep it simple and stick to the truly essentials. The idea is to create a flexible foundation to your day, not a rigid plan that stresses you out. From there, you can start scheduling other activities around your anchor points, making sure that there's room for fun and even downtime for you. To personalize your schedule, when creating your must-do tasks, be sure to add in tasks that align with your values, such as prayer time, exercise time, social time, or whatever it is that's most important to you. Also, if possible, take in your preferred time schedule. If you're a morning person, then shift your schedule earlier. Or if you're a night owl, shift it later. Of course, there are some things that can't be shifted, such as work or school, but you are in control of your schedule, so make it work best for you and your family's preferences. When you start with what really matters most and build your schedule around that, you'll find it brings more calm and control to your day. In considering your schedule and aligning it around your personal preference, it's also important to sync your schedule with your child's natural routine whenever possible. Every child has their own unique rhythm throughout the day, times when they're full of energy and times when they're more likely to be quiet or need rest. By aligning your schedule with your child's natural rhythm, you can make your day flow much more smoothly. For example, consider using your child's nap time for activities that requires more of your focus and attention. Things like answering emails, prepping meals, doing work, or even taking some downtime. Your child's nap time is prime time for tasks that need your undivided attention. On the other hand, when your child is awake and active, plan for chores and tasks that create more noise, such as vacuuming, or require more movement on your part. For example, you can fold laundry while they're playing nearby, or you can clean the kitchen while they're having their snack, or you can have them help you with some simple tasks during meal prep time. The idea is to pair your tasks with their energy levels. This will help you be more productive and also minimizes frustration on your part and the part of your child. Instead of fighting against their natural rhythms, you're working with those rhythms and routines. And this is an example of why someone else's perfect schedule may not work for you and your child. Understanding the difference between schedules and routines can be a game changer for moms. A schedule is a more structured plan with specific times designated for each activity. For example, a schedule might say breakfast at 8 a.m., playtime at 9 a.m., and nap time at 12:30. Schedules work well when you need a certain level of precision. Schedules provide clarity and help you manage time effectively. The downside of a strict schedule is that it can often feel restrictive or stressful, especially when things don't go as planned. And with children, let's be honest, often things don't go as planned. And this is where a routine comes in. A routine is more about the order and flow of activities rather than sticking to a specific time frame. For example, instead of focusing on specific times, your child's routine might be wake up, have breakfast, have playtime, take a nap, and then have lunch. This approach provides a predictable pattern to your day, which is comforting to your child and provides you with more flexibility. Are you familiar with the power of time blocking? This is a fantastic tool to help busy moms that are juggling a million things at the same time. It helps you create structure in your day while still keeping things flexible and adaptable. So what is time blocking? It's dividing your schedule into simple blocks of time, and each block is dedicated to a particular activity. Instead of switching from task to task or multitasking, which, let's be honest, never really works as well as we think it will, with time blocking, you give your full attention to one category of activity at a time. For example, you might block out 30 minutes each morning for playtime with your child. During this time, you're fully engaged with them and focused on them. Then later, you identify another block of time that's identified for chores, and during that time, you work on chores. Later, you might take a block of time to focus on your self-care. The beauty of time blocking is that it allows you to set a structure to your day without using a minute-by-minute schedule. It allows you the flexibility to adapt while still knowing what the routine is and what's coming next. Another great aspect to time blocking is it sets boundaries on time. This helps you focus on one thing at a time rather than trying to do everything at once. It reduces overwhelm and makes your schedule feel less chaotic. When it comes to creating an effective schedule for you and your family, of course, you need to choose the right scheduling tool. And the right one is the one that works for you. The scheduling tool needs to be something that you feel comfortable with. It fits your lifestyle, and it's easy to access and update throughout the day. And remember, there's not one tool that's the right solution for everyone. You need to find a scheduling tool that works best for you. First off, consider, would you prefer a physical tool, like a paper and pen tool, or a digital one? They both have advantages, so it really comes down to your personal preference and what's most convenient for you and your family. A digital tool may be the best answer for you if you're tech savvy, if you need multiple people to be able to access the tool. There are free and simple digital tools that work great for many people. Things like Google Calendar, Apple Calendar. There are scheduling apps like Todoist or Cozy, and they work great because they offer you flexibility and convenience. You can do things like set reminders, share schedules with other family members, color code items, and make changes on the go. And of course, the fact that these tools can sync across multiple devices can be invaluable. And for some of us, like myself, we prefer a physical calendar. We like writing things down, and that helps us to keep track of them and remember them. If you're like I am, there are many different tools that can work for you. A paper planner, a bullet journal, a whiteboard on the side of your refrigerator. I also have many free printable templates on Organize31.com, and these kind of tools can be very effective for you to manage your day at a glance. Planners or calendars can be placed in a central location in your home so all of your family can access them. And remember, find what works best for you. What works best for you may be a hybrid of both a digital and a physical tool. For example, you may find that you want to use a digital calendar for appointments and reminders while keeping a physical planner or whiteboard for daily reminders or to-do lists. The key is to find a tool that you find intuitive and easy to use. Earlier, we talked about creating your list of must-dos for each day, and that list can be broken down into subcategories. So start with your fixed commitments. These are tasks that have set times and can't be moved around. Things like school drop-off times, your work, or regular classes. Add these tasks to your chosen scheduling tool first, because this will set the structure of your day. Next, add daily essential tasks. These are items that need to happen every day, but might be more flexible in the time of day that they can occur. You should choose approximate times each day for these activities, depending on your family's natural rhythm. Now, when you're creating your family's schedule, it's often helpful to design in a visual hierarchy that makes it easier to see your schedule at a glance. The most common way of doing this is by color coordinating different tasks or using symbols for different tasks. For example, you could use different colors for different people in the family. You could use different colors for your must-do tasks or your daily essential or your extra tasks. Whatever makes sense for you and how your brain and your eye will see it on your schedule. When you map out the different types of must-do tasks each day, you create a solid foundation for your schedule. These tasks will help build a routine that's both sustainable and realistic. It's also important to plan for buffer time, flexible activities, and even down days in your schedule. As a mom, your days are filled with countless activities and often unexpected surprises. This is why it's crucial to build in flexible and buffer times in your schedule. While our days need structure, it's also important to have time for flexible activities. This allows you to accommodate the unexpected things that you must do and the unexpected things that come up that you want to do. You can schedule flexible time, or if you're using routines, it's easy then to work flexible time in. Buffer time is similar, but it's small pockets of time that you build into your schedule to accommodate for transitions from one activity to another. Think of it as padding around your planned activities. Buffer time allows you to move from one task to another without feeling rushed or overwhelmed. For example, if you have a morning play date planned, you want to allow extra time before and after the play date for getting ready, for travel, and then for unwinding after. These gaps of time or buffer time are essential to managing the unexpectedness that comes with children and especially toddlers. I've recently embraced scheduling a down day each week when possible. I minimize any time on electronics. I focus on spending time with family, taking walks, taking naps, and reading. I highly encourage you to schedule these down days and just focus on breaking away from the busyness of life. Be sure to treat buffer time, flexible time, and down days as non-negotiable parts of your schedule, just as important as any appointments. By scheduling these important parts of your routine, it helps prevent burnout and makes your week feel less like a race and more like a rhythm that you and your family can enjoy together. It's important for moms to be purposeful with our schedules and resist outside pressure that can often make it much more complicated than it needs to be. As a mom, it's easy for us to feel overwhelmed by the advice, suggestions, and expectations of others. But here's the important thing. Your schedule should serve you and the needs of your family and not worry about the expectations of others. Being purposeful about your schedule means stepping back and asking yourself, what truly matters to me and my family? Focus on those priorities first and let go of the things that don't add value. If having a full calendar of activities make you happy, then go for it. But if it all feels a little overwhelming, it is okay to scale back. Purposeful scheduling means you are in control of your schedule. Simplicity can often lead to more happiness and less stress. As a mom, it can be tempting to take everything on yourself. But here's the truth. We don't have to do it all alone. Delegating tasks is not only a great time saver and energy saver for you, it's a great way to teach responsibility and teamwork for every family member, including your toddler. Delegation starts by us realizing that every member of the family, even young children, can contribute to the household in some way. For example, toddlers often love to help. Involving them in simple chores can be educational and fun. Start by making a list of tasks that can be shared and then communicate clearly and positively about the expectations. Remember to be patient and to encourage everyone as they're learning. It's okay if things aren't done exactly the way that you would have done them. What's important is that your family is getting involved. The younger you begin teaching your children important life skills, the better. This next step is one of the most important, yet it's often overlooked, and that is reflecting and adjusting your schedule weekly. It's all about taking a little bit of time each week, looking back and seeing what worked and what didn't work in your schedule. This allows you to make changes in your schedule as your child grows and their needs change, or as your family's needs change. Reflect on your past week's schedule and look at, were there times that you felt stressed, or were there times that you unexpectedly had extra time? Try to look for patterns within the days and the week so that you can identify changes that you can make to help work better for you. For example, you might find that you wanted to do all your household chores on one day, but that left you feeling exhausted and grumpy. So next week, you might try to spread them out over the week, and that might help you feel less exhausted and less stressed out so that you're better able to parent your child and manage your household. Maybe in reviewing your week, you find that your child was in a better mood and more cooperative on the morning errands that you had run and less so in afternoon errands. In recognizing that pattern, in the future, you can attempt to schedule as many errands as possible in the morning when your child goes with you and is going to be more cooperative. Making these adjustments to your schedule isn't about overhauling everything. It's about making small adjustments to accommodate you and your child so that your schedule works better for both of you. As moms, we know that life with children is ever changing, and so our schedule should be flexible enough to grow and adapt with those changes. So now that we've discussed these 10 steps to personalize your schedule, what are your next steps? First, choose your scheduling tool. It's okay if you select a tool and after trying it for a few days or weeks, you find it's not really working for you. Use the data that you've gathered and look for another tool that will address that till you find one that works well for you. Next, map out your must-do tasks. Remember, your must-do tasks are your essential non-negotiable tasks. These are the foundational pieces of your schedule, so make sure that they're prioritized and clearly identified. Next, you want to create time blocks and flexibility. Begin to block out your day in different blocks for different activities. And remember to leave time for flexibility and schedule in buffer time as needed. Make sure you include a down day in your weekly or monthly schedule. Schedule time each week to stop and review and reflect on what's actually working for you and where you can make adjustments. When you make this a habit to review your schedule, it will allow you to fine-tune your routine so that it continues to evolve with you and your child so that it can best serve you in your current life. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfect schedule, it's to create a personalized schedule. A schedule that brings more peace, balance, and joy to your daily life. You're doing an incredible job juggling so much and still finding time to create a schedule that supports your family's happiness and well-being. Use these 10 tips and then trust yourself to create a schedule for your family. You know what's best for you and your little ones. You've got this.